President Trump pushing other nations to send warships to the Middle East to defend the Strait of Hormuz as Israel launches large-scale strikes on Iran after Trump said he's not ready to make a deal. Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yingst is live in Tel Aviv with more for us this morning. Hey, Trey.
Hey, Jackie, good morning. Since midnight, we've seen 8 barrages of Iranian ballistic missiles soaring through the skies of this country. There were a number of interceptions that took place overnight and some impacts with cluster munition in the central part of Israel earlier today. We have some new video that shows one of those impacts just outside of Tel Aviv. There was also a significant amount of damage, injuring at least one person. When this took place, you can see here the explosion that happens as this missile slams into a main thoroughfare. This is an artery in the city of Tel Aviv. And those cluster munitions, again, terrorizing the population below that spent much of the night in and out of bomb shelters. These interceptions are still taking place, and the Israeli military pushing back on reports saying they have enough interceptors in the days ahead for this to continue for a number of weeks. This apartment here in the community of Bnei Brak took a direct impact from one of those cluster munitions. Now, the Israelis are striking back. Today, they launched a new wave of strikes against western Iran, targeting many of these launching positions and some of the ballistic missile storage facilities. Late last week, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth saying that they have gone after the production lines for these missiles to ensure that the Iranians are not able to continue this threat. Still, though, the Iranians talking not just about their ballistic missile program, but also the Strait of Hormuz, with a top official saying this over the weekend.
The
Strait of Hormuz will not be open to shipping. Not a single American Navy vessel will be allowed to enter the Persian Gulf. The presence of America in the Persian Gulf has been the main cause of insecurity over the past 50 years. It is not possible to establish security in the region without America's exit from the Persian Gulf.
While the Iranians are talking, the Americans are striking on Friday, hitting Kharg Island just off the coast of Iran. This island is responsible for somewhere between 90 and 95% of Iran's crude oil sequencing. And so this is an island that they need in order to run their oil production that funds much of the military program in Iran. President Trump in a media interview saying, "We totally demolished Kharg Island, but we may hit it a few more times just for fun. We've totally decimated it." The president on Friday talking about the length of this campaign that is expected to continue for a number of weeks.
How long now do you think the war is likely to last?
I can't tell you that. I mean, I have my own idea, but what good does it do? It'll be as long as it's necessary. They've been decimated. Their country's in bad shape. The whole thing is collapsing.
Jackie, I spoke with President Trump last week, who indicated they're being incredibly successful in terms of striking Iran's military infrastructure. We know that the U.S. and Israeli strikes have decimated much of the regime in Tehran. Dozens of officials have been killed, and they are chipping away at not only the ballistic missile program, but the ability for the Iranian regimes to threaten U.S. troops in the region and allies like Israel. Jackie?
All right, Trey, thank you so much. Stay safe out there.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.